That's so
funny. You're our
sweet.
favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite duo.
Wait, who are you?
Yeah, it's a dynamic duo. That's what my mom calls us.
Yeah.
Dynamic duo.
How's it going? How's the day?
Really enjoying the con?
It's crazy. It's mind-blowing.
Crazy, yeah. The parties itself are insane.
It's
Last
been
night, the Magician's Party was
a whirlwind, a fun whirlwind.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going today.
Yeah.
So for your characters, since everybody seems to have a bit of magic, a bit of special abilities, are there any traits with your characters that you associate with yourselves, or that they have that you wish you had?
Margo has a lot of characteristics that I wish I possessed. She's so strong. She's not afraid to speak her mind. She's the person in the room that says what everyone, wants to say and is too afraid to say. And I wish I was more like that. And she satisfies her needs and her desires immediately. She doesn't second guess herself or apologize for herself, and that's strong.
I think Eliot is really outspoken. I think that he's kind of created a new insiderness, a new cool with his own feeling of being an outsider, and I admire that, and I think that that's something that is beautiful in terms of a personal evolution. I wish that I gave less fucks the way that he does. I mean, he truly will say and do whatever he feels. But I would definitely say there's a difference in terms of how I operate through my life versus how Eliot operates through his, and that has to do with a sense of Eliot kind of safeguarding his emotions and me being perhaps a bit more of a transparent person in my everyday life. So I admire him, and there's also parts that I would not trade of myself as well.
We left last season with you getting married to because you're a prince, and then also
a king, actually.
King.
Sorry,
high king.
Yeah.
And then also left you in the dire against the beast.
Yeah.
What can we expect for this coming season, since now you're married and now you guys are dealing with this issue that the beast has been a...
Well, we can't really say.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we don't really. We know up to a certain point. We're sworn under secrecy to kind of keep it under wraps, unfortunately. But people are like, well, are you alive or are you dead? And so I guess I kind of throw that question back to you guys. What do you think?
Well, if you're alive, are you still married?
Maybe, perhaps, maybe. So.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's tough not being able to talk about, what happens.
Yeah.
That's a new experience for me.
Those are really cool bullet cuffs.
Yeah. Those are awesome.
Hypothetically, if your characters do survive.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Do you find that you're going to be able to get past your addictions now that you have to be High King, and are you going to accept the fact that that's not going to be around anymore?
I think it's one of those things that I can't wait to explore with Hale, because, season 1 we talked a lot about, we just want a scene where we can really sink our teeth into and sort of flesh out our relationship. And so that's something that I'm really looking forward to doing this season, having more room and space to explore Margo and hopefully see her come into her own in the absence of Eliot. Hopefully that's something to hope for, that I would enjoy doing.
And I would say that kind of where we left off with Eliot in season 1, having been in such a dark place and kind of ready to give up on everything, including his own life, perhaps, I would say that there's a renewed sense of purpose and an intention and a kind of dignity about just a greater purpose in life, and that's something that isn't easy for him, but something that is anchoring. That has kind of arrived to anchor his life in a way that I don't think anyone saw coming. I don't think he saw coming. But
you guys have the best chemistry on camera. On screen, you guys have a great camera on-screen relationship where you bounce off each other. Will we see more of that next season? Because it's nice. I know there's a lot
I
of
hope
issues,
so. Yeah.
but are we gonna see more like your banter instead of the hate that you guys had a little bit during
hate.
Right when we
yeah.
were,
that's
right.
our relationship was deteriorating.
That good for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I think by the end of season 1, you saw them sort of repair their relationship in a more adult and honest way. So it wasn't like we,
left off on the worst foot.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot about how, even though it wasn't seen in the final episode, we talked a lot about how we were feeling about each other while we were shooting that. And
we always talk a lot in depth about, how to approach each scene together and where these two people came from in order to meet and establish the kind of relationship that they do have, and all the ways that is very specific, and all the ways that sort of lives in a gray area, and the importance of all of that.
It was a real discipline that we developed because, in a way, when you have less time to demonstrate your character or a relationship the two people may have, you have to do so much more backstory and work inside your head and with each other. So, all I can say was that was a new discipline for me.
I think we both learned a lot last season, and I think that it's allowed us to, it was a kind of trial to be first-time series regular on a show that is so epic and so expansive and covers so many different worlds. And this season to kind of know that we have kind of prepared the blueprint and the structure of something that we can now build on and grow in and evolve with.
Are there going to be changes in alliances as we move into the second season? We saw a little bit of that in the first season.
Perhaps. I don't even know.
We don't even know.
We don't know that far ahead.
Really? They don't give us the scripts that far
Right now
ahead.
we've read through episode 5, 6.
5.
So you're at 5.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't know about that.
Maybe in some form we come back. Who's to say?
Right.
Would
you like to see
that.
any changes in alliances? Who might
in alliance, who Eliot might or may not be friends with or trust, or
who would be an interesting.
Sure.
I'm interested to see.
Yeah, sure. That'd be.
I'm interested to see how Margo accepts his marriage and if she does.
I'm interested to see. A kind of evolution between Eliot and Quentin as well. And I do. I wonder. I wonder what a scene with Penny and Eliot would be like, or Eliot and Julia even. And what, how do they relate to each other? And I think that in the few very tiny moments that I have had with those characters on screen, we've tried to kind of discuss what that might be, even with Arjun and Stella. You had some fun stuff with Stella last year, right?
A little bit. No, just
for 5 seconds.
And it's frustrating because we're so close in our lives, and it's like we just want to do a scene together and see what that's like. So I'm hoping for that.
Hopefully not. I think there's a lot in store that no one has seen yet, and there's a lot of different variations that are possible that we might not even know yet. So
Great.
Thank you so much, guys.
Of course.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.